Hello everybody, my name is Benji and welcome back to Satisfactory. We are back in here over at the cooling system factory on the Gold Coast, hitting like 80 frames. This is actually stupid crazy. But last episode we went on ahead and finished setting all of this up. The things I did off camera consist of that coal belt over there, which we're stealing from Versatile Frames. I think I did the bauxite drones on camera, but I can't remember, so if I didn't, we have bauxite drones ready to go. And then I grabbed, if I can use my hover pack still, a bunch of oil. And the oil comes from way over there. You can see the pipe that goes underneath the other pipe. Yeah, that's this pipe. Look at it go. It's glorious. I also just noticed that this train station is backwards. So woohoo! I'm gonna have to fix that. Anyway, the main idea for us today is beautification and turning this factory on. So first things first, turning the factory on. We're gonna be getting nitrogen. 760 or 780 of it to be exact. I forget which. I'm gonna have to pull up my notes here in a moment anyway. So we're going to be getting it from way up where this beacon is. That's like on the node. And I don't really know how I'm going to get it down in a way that looks good, but we'll figure that out. It'll all be okay in the end. We're going to go grab the nitrogen, hook everything up here, including the lights and power to all of the buildings and stuff, and then we will be back with an update momentarily. We got everything wired up here and ready to go. Everything is completely gotten, including the nitrogen. No, I lost my jetpack. Hover pack. It's not a jetpack, it's a hover pack. Nitrogen, I don't really care. It's fine. It looks decent. I might do something with it later, but it's fine. Smile. We also did a cool thing, which I'm actually going to turn on the factory. Everything's connected. Smile, I think. Everything should be connected. And the oil's already here, so we're good to go on that front. I just need to come over here. 708, not bad. And that should start everything rolling. Uh-oh. What's the matter with you? You don't have a recipe set. That's okay. We have you set. Ah, yes, of course. These were not actually connected into the thing. Now they are. And is that connected? That is connected. Okay, good. So we do have a thing here for the oil overflow, because some of the oil needs to flow to the fuse modular frames, which are going to be over there. Did this need to be underclocked? It did, and it already is. We're waiting on bauxite, and the water is probably going to back up pretty quickly here, so actually, I think I'm just going to do that a couple of times while we wait. Coal's already here, no need to worry about that. Plastic's good as well by the looks of things. Hoping that the heavy oil residue is good as well. The blender's rolling, so I guess it is. There goes some fuel already into the buffer. And out the other side, I was worried about that. Any drones? What's going on with the drones? Alright, so the problem was the fact that I did not actually have the destination set for the drones. Okay, here comes one. And the other one should be lifting off here momentarily as well. Yeah, there it is. Oopsie daisy. My bad. Oopsie daisy. We're gonna get bauxite now, though. Speaking of bauxite, I need to go and clear this again, because it is backing up. It's already backed up. That's wonderful. It's wonderful. It's wonderful. Here's the first drone coming to give us bauxite, and the second drone coming to give us bauxite. Hey, this is the first time we're using drones for actual logistics. rather than just taking batteries to different places or taking end products to different places. Like, we're actually delivering bauxite and stuff. Yeah. Obviously, this is too much bauxite. We don't need nearly this much right now. We will later, once we turn on the fused modular frame portion of the factory. But for right now, we're not going to need all of this. But now, alumina is going to start to work. I'm going to flush this again. But alumina is going to start to work. There goes the alumina solution. The scrap's on its way. Scrap's getting turned into ingots. Ugh. Talk about an overflowed nightmare. What's going on here? Just to make sure. There goes the stuff, and now we should actually be getting rubber? Like, please? That was not something that I had expected to have happen. There we go, now we're getting rubber, so we're gonna get heat sinks here in a moment. Oh, you know, I really hope that this is enough head lift to get in to the machines. No power! I forgot to power these things. Oh my lord, I'm such a moron sometimes, you guys. This is actually quite embarrassing. Okay, cool. Everything makes it incorrectly. That's good. We're gonna get our first cooling system in a second. Now that I actually have things hooked up properly. There it goes. The first cooling system out of the 400 that we need for this process. Amazing. Absolutely amazing. Absolutely amazing. Alright, we're gonna store up 400 of those and go start doing some beauty stuff. What the fuck are you doing? What the fuck are you doing? Drunk train? Drunk train? Finally. It's time. It's finally time. Particle enrichment. What? 100 turbo motors? I already gave you 100 turbo motors. What do you mean? I already gave it 100 turbo motors like weeks ago. Give turbo motor. Last time I bought it, you gave me 100. Fine, whatever. Doesn't matter. Take them. Ada, speak to us.
Milestone reached. The particle accelerator enables previously impossible processes, such as recycling nuclear waste and converting it into plutonium, as well as the generation of exotic matter. A new project part enables progress to the next phase.
Goodbye, drop pod. Yes. Finally. Finally. Plutonium. Actually, wait, I have the homeward caboose here, don't I? Yes, I do. I have turbo motors on board. Plutonium. It's finally ours. And alternate recipes can now be unlocked. We need some alternate recipes for plutonium. Well, we need a alternate recipe for plutonium. We need one for fused modular frames, and we need one for the other thing. And we finally have access to the loops. The loops! Oh my god, this thing is ginormous. Wow! It's huge! It's huge! It's huge. Give me turbo motors. Give me that. Has Hot Steel made another delivery? Hot Steel is in the midst of making a new delivery. Oh my gosh. Give me 100 of you. Hot Steel is in the middle of making a delivery. How much does it take for a particle accelerator? A lot. 50. Come on, Hot Steel. Yes, here they come, here they come, here they come. Oh, yeah, baby. All those cooling systems. Look at that. That's like 50 cooling systems right there. There's more than 50 cooling systems. Oh my gosh, it's time. It's time. Where am I gonna, right here, we're gonna do it right here. Oh my dear God. Look at how big it is! It's fucking ginormous! Look at that thing! Oh my lord! Hello, particle accelerator. Quantum technology? Quantum technology? That's what this thing is called? I thought it would be space elevator parts again. Oh my dear lord. Look at the power draw. Oh my god. This is what we have been working towards. For so many episodes, I have been planning nuclear. Pretty much as soon as we finished the Gold Coast, like with the computers and the heavy modular frames and stuff, I have been planning for nuclear. The batteries were for nuclear. The supercomputers for nuclear. Cooling systems, nuclear. Electromagnetic control rods, nuclear. All of it's been for nuclear. Even the weapons are to be able to wipe out the entirety of the swamp, and we finally have it. We finally have it. The dawn of the new era has arrived. I'm gonna handcraft a nuclear pasta, and then we'll be back. It's time for the loops. The loops. In go the copper powder. Listen. Oh my god, that sounds so cool. It's not even halfway produced yet. Dude, I am straight up, like, jaw has hit the floor. How do I stand in here? Do I get damaged by the lightning? Did I get damaged by the lightning in here? Oh, I don't get damaged. Immersion broken. The nuclear pasta, the first of the 1,000 that we need, is finally ours. Oh my god, that was so cool! Oh my god, that was so cool! Where is it? There it is. Look at it! Oh my god. Look at that thing! Look at that thing! Look at that thing! That thing is so cool! Look at it! It's so cool! Oh my gosh. Welcome back, everybody, after our little loops incident. We're in the swamp. You want to know why we're in the swamp? We're in the swamp because it's time to start nuclear. I'm so excited. I'm literally like, I'm like a kid in a candy store. I'm so hype. I'm so hyped for this. I'm so hyped for this. The next time you see this, it is going to be covered in concrete because we're doing a huge concrete platform. And then we're going to be designing buildings for each of the different processing. So there's going to be a building over there for non-irradiated nuclear fuel processing. There's going to be a building over here for non-irradiated plutonium processing. There's going to be a building here for irradiated nuclear processing, a building here for irradiated plutonium processing, four loops in the middle of the four buildings, like four corners kind of deal, and in the center there's going to be the particle accelerators, the loops, and then we're going to have all the nuclear right over this way. Oh, I'm excited. I'm going to go place down a shit ton of concrete. We'll be back. Here is the recipe that we need for plutonium. This is the only alternate recipe we're using for plutonium. So now that I have this, I can actually go through the entire process, the fertile uranium. We're going to go on ahead and research the rest as well, though. So here's the entire process, start to finish. We start with a manufacturer. The manufacturer, nuclear, does the infused uranium cells, which is an alternate recipe. Great fucking timing, autosave. Anyway, with that over with, we take the uranium to the encased uranium cells in the most efficient way possible. 5 to 4. Whereas the other recipe, the base recipe, not only has a byproduct that we have to recycle and can't just straight up get rid of, but it's also a 10 to 5 instead of a 5 to 4. So we use that alternate recipe. Then we take those, put them into another manufacturer. This manufacturer does the uranium fuel unit, 100 to 3, as opposed to the other alternate, or the base recipe, not the alternate recipe, the base recipe, which does 50 to 1. More efficient equals good. The uranium fuel rods go into a nuclear power plant. I don't know if I have all the stuff for it. I don't. Goes into a nuclear power plant and produces waste. That waste goes into two separate things, one of which is a blender. The blender creates the fertile uranium non-fissile uranium, which is uranium, uranium waste, nitric acid, sulfuric acid with a water byproduct that we're going to sink to get rid of instead of having it back up. That gets us non-fissile uranium. Half the uranium waste is going to come here. The other half of the uranium waste is going to go into a particle accelerator, which... Nope. Plutonium pellets. The base recipe for plutonium pellets. Non-fissile uranium and the other half of that uranium waste are going to come here and do this. With the plutonium pellets, they go into encased cells with just the base recipe, and then the plutonium fuel rods with just the base recipe. And those go to even more nuclear reactors. So that's the whole process, and we've got a large platform. It's gonna get larger. We'll see when it's done. Smart Mike got an update. Look at it. I don't think it's a very good update now that I'm actually looking at it because of that belt steepness, but it's an update, and that's all that matters. I want to use it just to be able to actually use it. Oh my god, hang on. to the smart mod. Oh my gosh, praise be to the smart mod, dude. Praise be to the smart mod. The smart mod. I can't even speak. I'm so excited about the smart mod getting an update. This is the happiest day of my life. This is the happiest day of my life. Right here. Right here. This is the happiest day of my life. Happier than my own wedding will be. Am I maybe addicted to this game? Maybe. I don't know. Yeah, only time will tell. I cannot believe SmartMod got an update. Anyway, let me give everybody over on the YouTube side of things a little bit of an update here. So we've got the platform figured out, and we've got the spaces figured out for where we want to do a couple of things, specifically the non-irradiated parts. So the non-irradiated parts, number one, we're working on the nuclear stuff right now, and we almost have beacons entirely set up. Then we're probably going to end up calling it a night and heading over to play some Dead by Daylight with a friend of mine who should be joining the Discord voice chat pretty much any second now. So recording this is a bit of a risk. But regardless of that, this is the beginning to the nuclear processes, and I couldn't be happier about the fact that we're here. Well, Dead by Daylight kind of fell through. I don't know if I talked about that or not, but I was gonna go play Dead by Daylight. That kind of fell through. So we went back to Satisfactory, and we got a lot more done. So obviously the particle accelerators had been placed. They were in the center because they look good in the center. And then we had beacons pretty much done, I believe, when I was wrapping up the recording originally. But then when Dead by Daylight fell through, we came back and finished up the... well, this is all steel production for the electromagnetic control rods, making the steel ingots that go into steel beams. And then up here on the second floor is all of the processing for crystal oscillators, with the 4 fully overclocked manufacturers up at the front. They're going to have lights on them. Everything else out the back, we've got a bunch for wire, iron wire. Here, let me get this. Iron wire, all overclocked. Cable, not overclocked because it didn't need to be. Iron plates, overclocked. Screws, not overclocked. Reinforced iron plates over there. And then on the third floor, we've got stuff making the stators. I believe it's 10 machines, and some more stuff for iron wire. A bunch of overclocked copper sheets, and a bunch of quick wire. And then up here, we've got 7 for the AI limiters, and we're very high up at this point, to the point where the actual fog starts to disappear. And then the actual electromagnetic control rods. And that gives us everything that we need non-irradiated wise for the nuclear setup. So we got a lot done. This is a very decent chunk of stuff to have finished already. And to have these 4 already laid out, even without their inputs, they're like ready to go. And the inputs and stuff are all going to come from that block right there in the direct center of this whole thing. They're going to go under the platform, belt around a bit, come up, go into each of the machines as they need to, and then go back down underneath the platform, merge together, and go back to the plutonium setup. Over here, we've got a little thing laid out box-wise for the non-irradiated portion of plutonium setup, which is going to be fun. Even more electromagnetic control rods are going to be made over there, so that's great. And then we've got a little corner piece set up for irradiated nuclear and irradiated plutonium as well. Next time, we're probably going to focus on the irradiated uranium piece of everything, and then make this A, look better, and B, traversable with the hazmat suit instead of jetpack and other stuff, because these guys are going to have non-fissile uranium and uranium waste in them, thanks to the plutonium pellet alternate recipe. Oh, and speaking of alternate recipes, I've been trying to keep up with this all night, but I haven't really done a great job at it, so that could have been really bad. I'm surprised that it wasn't as bad as it could have been, but it could have been really bad. But now I'm actually going to end the episode for real, so thank you everybody so much for watching. It's been fun being in Satisfactory again. It's been a long stream, 5 hours. A lot of fun. But without further ado, adios, sayonara, au revoir, hasta la vista, das vidania, avidazien, ciao, and goodbye. I will see you all in the next one. Have a great day, and see you later.